Hello and welcome.
We're in space. How do we get here?
We are going to space.
Well, we're like spacesuits and shit.
They're in space. We're not in space yet.
Where are we then?
We're in the splash screen.
Oh. I'm very confused.
Let's
I
start
don't
the
really
game.
know what's happening. I know that for a long time, you've been warning me.
Yeah.
One of these days,
One of these
Vasco,
days.
bang, zoom, straight to the moon.
And there it is.
And there it is, right over there.
Yep.
We seem to be in some weird interplanetary limbo. of
Yes.
sorts.
So today we will be going to something very similar to the moon, the Mun.
What is, oh, like Olivia Munn?
No.
Is
Sadly.
she, like, in space and we're just like, hey, Olivia Munn!
Sadly, no.
I like you as hot women in things!
First of all, it's nighttime, so let's jump to daytime.
Oh my god, time
not?
warp, holy shit. Time roulette, go! Hopefully all of our monsters don't get destroyed and then we lose 50% of their combined attack as life point damage.
Yep.
They're
Alright.
pretty sweet.
It's a new day, a new dawn, here at the Kerbal Space Center.
Is it a new day or is it yesterday? The time warp wasn't very specific about the
It only goes forward, doesn't go back.
okay.
Um,
Just saying, it could stand to be clearer.
so, we are going to go on a mission to the Mun.
So where are we now? Is this like
So
Cloak Canaveral or something?
we are on Kerbal. This is the planet Kerbal, or Kerbin rather. Here it is. It's very pretty.
Oh, there we are on Google Maps. I see us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we are around here-ish. Can't see us because there's clouds. For those wondering, in this game I'm using the cloud mod because it's pretty. I also have another mod I'll show later. But other than that, it's basically vanilla.
Is it farts? Is it the farts mod? There's always a farts mod.
It's not the farts mod. So,
Is there a farts mod? There's
yes,
always a farts mod.
I'm sure there's a farts mod. There is a mod that you can change the noise that it makes when you impact things. When you're like Kerbal impacts things.
To farts.
To like Ka! It's pretty funny. So we have a task. First of all, oops.
Up.
As you can see, I landed on the moon once. Here's my old lander.
You used to compete?
But it has been abandoned. And there is
Because everyone died?
good science here to be gotten.
Everyone died of loneliness on the moon?
Yep. So we must retrieve it.
A
It does
sad
not
place
have,
made of cheese.
it does not have enough fuel to return.
Did
So
you fuck up?
I fucked up.
Okay.
So we must go to the moon, to the Mun, to rescue the science
To the moon.
and to
You with
achieve
an
great
umlaut.
things for Kerbal kind. So, let's return to the Space Center. It's very exciting. So
Let's
the
do
first
the time
thing-
warp again.
No, we're not doing the time warp ever again.
That's...
Well, actually, we're going to do a lot of time warp,
Hooray!
but not right now. First thing we have to do is build a spaceship.
Okay. Is there a minigame involved?
There's a building a spaceship minigame, so sure.
Yeah, that counts.
So Vasco,
Yes.
what's the first thing you need when building a spaceship?
A really sharp triangle.
No.
Like a really sharp triangle with like rockets at the bottom.
What?
Like the thruster cone, right? But it has to be super sharp.
Yeah, you need a crew hatch. You need a crew.
No. Like a sharp rocket.
No, you gotta put the
No,
crew.
because like to have a spaceship, it doesn't need to have people on it. That's horseshit.
All right, we're sending a person. In order to
Okay,
retrieve
well
the
then
science.
thing number 2 is that.
All right.
But you need to put sharp rockets on it.
Sharp rocket.
Sharp rockets.
I don't have any sharp rockets.
It needs to be as sharp as possible.
I only have.
Just in case, like, I don't know, like a space sheep goes floating by.
Mhm.
Like, we don't want to, like, bump into it and just go off course. We want to tear through that thing. Make
Alright.
ourselves a nice space sweater for the rocket ship. Keep it warm when we land on the moon, because it's going to be cold.
All right, I will make sure that it's nice and sharp.
Very sharp, please.
So,
Thank you.
on top of our command module here, I'm going to put a little probadobadobadyne.
Uh-huh.
OKTO. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to land a scientist on the Mun. Not this.
So
not this
before we even
pilot
finish
bullshit.
building it, we're just going to cram a dude in it. He's going to wait for us to build it.
Yep.
Is that how this works?
Bob's going to go in there.
Great.
Here you go,
Oh,
Bob.
hey, Bob. He's your uncle, right?
Bob Kerman, yep.
Yeah.
Uncle Bob. But Bob's a scientist and is shit at flying planes
Oh, I
and
see.
spaceships. So we put this probadobadobadyne on top of it.
So it's heavier and it's harder for him to adjust the course badly. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it will allow us to do things that he cannot do. So, what's the next thing we need? when going to the Mun. What's
Okay.
really important in getting our little Kerbal home?
Well, I'm just going to set aside the fact that this isn't nearly sharp enough. So the next important thing, probably like a radio, but like a. You sort of need AM and FM, right? You need like AM to talk to people from launch control, but you also need like FM for kicking tunes.
Right, but like we have to get him home.
Well, yeah, but like it's important to talk to because the space people.
More
like when shit goes wrong, like in Apollo 13, they tell you they're like, oh shit, we have this room filled with like shit that's in your spaceship, and we'll tell you how to fix it. Because that was super cool.
We'll put on a radio, but more importantly, in the survival, because if they didn't have these, regardless of all that radio shit they had, they would not have been able to survive.
A closet full of mittens.
Parachute, exactly. So we're gonna throw that on.
You're terrible at this.
No, it's fine. All right, but you want a radio?
Yes.
All right, we'll put on a radio. Here is a radio, and it will help with our sharpness. Right on the top.
Good.
Yeah. Now it's pointy.
Is there like a Mark II like sharper one that's like pointy, but it's not like.
This is as sharp as it gets.
All right.
But it extends.
Okay, well that's better.
Yeah. Right. All right. So we also need some power in order to power our guy here. So we're gonna put some batteries.
Oh, not like a big hamster wheel? Not like a big gyroscopic hamster wheel that just spins around the ship to maintain artificial gravity?
No.
That'd be sweet though, right?
I bet you could make one of those.
There's a lot of, actually?
Well, there's a lot of modders for this game, and they do things like that.
Okay.
So, yeah. We want some photovoltaics here, some power to get our power from the sun.
Right, so they charge the batteries that
right.
exist.
Exactly.
I'm seeing an awful lot of people here, and none of them are really contributing.
They're thinking about it real hard. Yep. They also can't reach it because it's floating in the air.
Well, no
one seems to be confused or concerned about the floating.
Are you like meant to build this on the ground?
No.
Yeah.
It will eventually reach the ground. I'm just starting from up here.
Right.
So, we also want to do some science in space.
Okay.
So let's get some thermometer.
Can we have like a giant centrifuge that's just like full of like beakers and shit?
Yes.
Just like a whole like ring of the ship that just like is constantly spinning and doing science?
Well, no. But we can't have a thing full of beakers and shit.
It's spinning.
Yeah.
I mean, I presume...
There you go.
Yeah. If we could just like make it spin at some point during our journey, I'd feel reasonably...
We will make that happen.
Okay.
We also want some engineering information. This little device here will give us information about our altitude and all that kind of stuff.
About the spaceship? Will it warn us if the spaceship are going to cross our path?
Yes, it will definitely alert us to the spaceship. We also want some...
Is that a coffee machine?
It's a barometric pressure calculator.
Looks like a coffee machine. Does it also make coffee?
Not that I'm aware.
Does it make julienne fries?
That would be cool.
That'd be sweet. Right?
And then we're going to attach the goo. Yes, this is actually called the goo. It's the mystery goo. TM.
Is it like a stasis thing?
Unclear. It's just got goo. They don't know what it is.
Why add it then? It seems expensive.
Because it allows us to do science. We're going to put 2 of those on. Like that.
Does it go ding when there's stuff?
It does not ding, but there is stuff. So...
It's only half as good.
We have something really important.
Is it, more sharpness?
No, less sharpness. The opposite of sharpness. A heat shield.
No. You're completely missing the point here.
We will not survive without it, Vasco.
Sure, but not at the cost of making it less sharp. We need to be very sharp to survive.
So in order to land...
Is there like a ring we could put around it that's just like knives? Just like fucking spinning, like maybe like a helicopter blade of meat cleavers?
No, I don't have those tools.
What is this game? It's not very realistic.
So in order to separate our science payload here so that we can use our heat shield, we're going to put a stack decoupler. And we're going to throw on some science there. Alright, so now what's the next really important thing?
A small Japanese hotel, because it fits in a very small space. And you can rent it out and gain more money for your space program.
Right, but how are the people going to get on it if it's in space?
Teleporter. Matter teleporter.
Do not have one of those.
Interdimensional matter transporter.
Do not have that.
I believe that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card. Makes your guy disappear for a turn.
None of these things.
You don't have... Do you have any trap cards at all?
No.
Dude, you're gonna be so fucked.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like, one, like, interdimensional guy is gonna come around, and he'll be like, I want to take over this world for no adequately explained reason. And then, like, he'll go to have a duel with you, and you'll just lose by default because you don't have cards.
Yeah, you're right.
What?
Right.
We really got to prepare.
I'll try. All right. What about... What's the next most important thing after these trap cards?
Okay. After trap cards... Well, I mean, I assume that the Kerbals can at least act as monster cards, so we'll consider that handled for something that makes... like some computer monitors that display high-quality holographic images, perhaps?
We got those inside here.
We've already got those?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like all we need to do is make it sharper.
We need
That's
fuel.
frankly... We're pretty much set.
There's fuel. That's too much fuel. We don't need that much fuel. How about...
Well, wait, didn't you say you, like, ran out of fuel last time? Are you sure you don't want to overdo it?
Well, this is way more than I had last time. So, onto this, we are going to attach some fuel. But you know what? This doesn't really look like a lander, though, does it? We should fix that. Because we could send that to space, and then we have no way of landing it. So,
yeah, it seems a little weird.
We should probably make it a lander first. So the lander needs fuel as well. So we're going to make it look like a lander. How about...
So just the
is that enough fuel tanks, you think?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Will they spin at some point?
They will not spin. The whole thing can spin, though.
Aren't they attached to the thing that we're going to make spin? I feel like they should spin by some manner of default.
The whole thing is going to spin.
Okay.
It's all going to turn around and make the guy sick. So, there's our fuel tanks. We need to attach them.
So if the whole thing's going to spin, do we have one of those weird, like, Beyblade feeding toothy pole doodads? Oh, what the fuck those are called? Like a gear...
Ripcord?
Yeah.
No, it has no ripcord. It has a rocket engine instead. Is that sufficient?
I mean, the rocket engine's sort of up. I want more spinning.
That's all.
Does it have a big beast?
It does not.
Man, we're really lacking in the holographic monsters department.
But it has a rocket engine. What more could you ask for?
All of those things I said previously, including more sharpness. This ship is basically a big fucking space marshmallow. Right, I'm not impressed.
So we've attached our fuel.
Right.
So that these big things don't...
Right, just like make it into like a big sword. Like a giant sharp sky knife.
I don't have these tools. Everything's very blunt.
Who provided this technology? It's so archaic. What year is it supposed to be?
That's a good question. It's the beginning of the space program, so the 50s, I guess?
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Alright, we also need landing
gear. By now we've mastered the technology of sharpness.
Here's landing gear.
Yeah, we do probably with that.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's a little low, a little high rather, so we're just gonna move these guys down here a little bit. Right?
Yeah, it seems close-ish.
Let's see what they look like.
Oh yeah, that seems fun.
Yes, we will not... I have before landed on the engine because the legs don't go down far enough.
I could see that happen.
It's happening. Alright, now it's looking a little bit like a lander. So let's put this atop a rocket, shall we?
Yeah. Now at the bottom of it, can we have like 5 like giant robot fingers, so that like if we find some like really big space treasure, that we could just like pick it up with our giant robot hand and like drag it back to planet Kerbal. Kerbal.
I haven't unlocked that big giant yet.
Do you know what level that is?
This is higher than what
This is soon?
No. It's not. But you know what? If we get a bunch of signs, then we can unlock it.
Okay.
So we want to go to the Mun, get some signs,
okay, great, yeah.
And unlock that hand.
Find their space Egypt, get their trap cards, advanced signs. Sounds good.
Alright, so we've got an engine on this guy here. But that's not going to be enough to get us to the Mun, or even back home, which is something we want to do. So, we're going to throw this Poodle engine, that's what it's called.
It looks like a trampoline. Are we just going to, like, leave this floating here and put a huge trampoline under it?
No, that'd be
and then
really
just,
sweet,
like, bounce it up to the Mun?
That would be pretty sweet. So, throw this on here. Now we've got a rocket. Should we try our rocket out?
Yes!
Alright, let's do it without Bob.
With extreme prejudice, please.
Let's try our rocket. Here we go.
Well, if we don't have Bob, what even?
What should we call this? What does it look like to you?
Doesn't look sharp enough. Dull Rocket 1.
Dull Rocket 1. Let's launch. Are you excited?
Yeah! I believe there's a 75% chance it'll just explode.
Alright,
so...
maximum thrust.
Oh, baby.
Here we go. Well,
Well, we hit somewhere in that 25% threshold of not exploding.
There's some fire happening. So that's exciting.
So instead of a rocket, did we accidentally just, like, start an electrical fire? That seems like something we might do if building a rocket ship, frankly.
I mean, there's exhaust happening, so that's good.
Is that good?
I think we need a bit more power. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, more power is definitely better. I seem to recall a savant of the 1990s saying something to the effect of ruh, 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 ruh.
Okay. Let's revert back to our...
Do not tell me you are not
assembly.
familiar with Home Improvement.
Of course I am.
Okay.
Of course I am.
I thought that was a reference you would actually get. I was really concerned.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I was with you. Alright, so we need more power, right?
Like 6 engines. Like a hex of engines, right?
Hex engine?
Yeah. Hexes are better.
Well, we gotta attach something here so that we can put more engines on. So we're gonna add in
Like a
another
hex?
decoupler.
Okay.
So basically, these allow us to separate the parts individually. So like, I activate this, it'll separate what's below. I activate this, it'll separate all this junk here.
Oh, so you're making like the stage 1, your like
Stages.
3-stage rocket or whatever?
Yeah, so this is stage 1,
Doesn't it?
right here. Stage 1.
I thought it worked the other way.
No,
Okay.
this is the top stage. So stage 1.
Well, yeah, but I thought the top stage had the biggest number because I thought the stages went by like stage 1 is the one you launch to take off, and then that comes off.
The way it orders it here, it's the opposite.
Okay.
So stage 0 here is our parachute.
Sure.
Stage 1 here is this
Is
decoupler
your
here.
uncle room?
Yeah. So actually, this engine is on stage 2. So here, this is our next stage here. And then below that, we're gonna put...
It's like a hex of engines.
How about... This has got a dual engine.
Well, could we put like 3 of them?
Yes.
Side by side or something?
3 of them. Yeah, we can make this happen.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, it's not exactly a hex.
There you go.
I mean, it's 6 of them. It's close enough.
You wanna test this?
Yes!
Let's see how it does.
Without doing anything else to it, yes.
Okay, here we go. Hopefully it didn't put Bob in here, because then he will have a time. Alright, you ready?
I'm really thinking that the side engines are just gonna, like, fly off, like, cartoon, like, inner tubes deflating.
Maximum thrust! It's working.
See, hexes are definitely better. We just need it to be sharp. Can we just put a sharp thing on top of each of the dangle pods?
I don't think we have any... We can put some blunt things.
You're really missing the point.
I'm not touching the controls to let everyone know.
No, this seems like almost exactly what I would have expected.
Is
Just slightly less of the
this what we wanted?
Well, no, I don't imagine it's what we wanted, but clearly you haven't been paying attention if you think that my goals are aligned with your goals.
Oh no! Look, we're turning around. Maybe we're gonna go off to the moon. We go.
Do we even want that? We don't have Bob in here. Don't we just want to like safely land and not ruin this thing we just spent some nebulous amount of time building?
Oh.
Did we run out of fuel?
No,
Or
no,
did we
wait.
just stop?
Oh, here we go. Off to the moon. Oh no.
No, that's. Oh dear, no. Nope. Nope.
It didn't work.
Nope.
None of the.
And we're dead. Wow, that did blow up.
Okay, let's try this again. So, in my opinion, the hex is not so good.
Not powerful enough? Try adding another pair on the other. So, I mean, it'd be 5 total, but it'd be like a lot of them.
How about we use 4-way symmetry?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was describing, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. But, like, something that's at least remotely sharp on top of it.
Okay, we want something sharp on top.
Yeah.
How about this cockpit?
Yeah, that's great. Like, a bunch of cockpits.
4 cockpits.
Can we put, like, one of those radio antennas on the front of the cockpits? Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, I can do that. That would be in science.
But that seems really hard to align for no particular reason.
I'll just put it off to the side there. Perfect.
I mean, that somewhat diminishes the sharpness, but sure.
Off we go!
Okay, did you find out if your uncle was in the Doom machine?
No, I forgot him. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Maximum thrust!
So, considering that all we've done is add some more sharpness, this will definitely be better.
So we're pulling 4 Gs. 3 Gs? Many Gs. This seems more stable. Well, maybe not.
I mean, more stable.
Well, we're still going...
This is definitely more stable.
It's bending.
Yeah, but I feel like it took a considerable amount longer to get to that.
Yeah.
I'm concerned by the fact that we're full thrust downwards and we're still going up. Something about that doesn't seem great.
Alright, let's see if we can salvage this operation. We're gonna try to release these here.
Is it water underneath?
Am I still connected?
Because you didn't do it right. Oh.
There we go. Oh!
Well, that was kind of not right.
Yay!
I feel like there's an awful lot of thrust going opposite to gravity, but force maintaining that direction.
Do you think I can land this? What is your opinion on my ability to land this where we are now?
I mean, what are the parameters of you landing it? Just safely not exploding this on the ground?
Yeah, getting it down to the ground. Well, first of all, we're going to land on the water. So
that's partially a problem, yeah. We seem to have gotten quite a bit
probably
off course in that direction. I mean, I think if you could get it over land, I'd put you at like 35% to land it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, apparently this engine does not have enough thrust to counteract the force of gravity. So we are...
Well, we learned a thing.
We are falling at 117 meters per second, and
Right.
I can't slow it by...
Are we at terminal velocity?
We are not. Well, I guess
So we won't die?
No, we're not, because we're still gaining speed.
That's true.
Very slowly.
That would, that is how that works.
So... Parachute!
Wow, we exploded in the water.
Alright. Let's try this again in the next episode.
Okay. I mean, if you think we're not already dead, I'm not really sure how this works.
Join us then!
Okay, I was expecting it to have done it symmetrically on...
Yeah, its symmetry is a little... You get used to it.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a lot of fins.
That's like an okay number of fins.
It's pretty good.
Personally, I would still put like a lot more fins on it.
That's as many fins as you're gonna get.
I understand this. Although I'm thoroughly disappointed and frankly underwhelmed by your building skills here.
Alright, Axe and Balls 2. With fins. Alright, let's get Axe and Balls 2 with fins to space.
Okay, great. I mean, yeah.
Let's do it. Launch!
I really hope, though, that, like, a space sheep just, like, gets right the fuck in your grill, and then you're gonna be like, shit, what do I do? And then I'll be like, I fucking told you what to do.
We'll see, it could happen. Alright, maximum thrust! This time, it's stability.